All right, folks, welcome to Nino's Corner.tv. We just did a hell of a podcast on Nino's Corner.tv right now, and it was fire. Juan, all right, so much going on right now. There was a terror threat or a thwarted terror attack in Dearborn, Michigan, and we've always said cells will be activated for such a time as this. Is that what's happening right now, or was it a false flag by the good guys so they could have permission to go in and start raiding?
You know, all of it's possible. I don't have any unique special knowledge on that. We know there have been attempts to bait things into existence by FBI previously, and I don't think that's this FBI, but you got other groups, SES, who's running, they ran all the false flags, the big ones, 9/11 and everything else. Wait till you get that down the road. So, I was thinking the Billy Joel song, "We Didn't Start the Fire." Look at the way that your life is. Watch his video or any of the ones that have been done subsequently, and think of the events going on right now in the world today, exactly as you see them, and they're accelerating all of a sudden. It's all coming to a head. Why? Because Trump's going to address all of them. He's not. He's only got a short time in office. He's going for the gold now. No more
We're getting
playing
ready
around.
for war, right, Juanito?
Well, in Venezuela, and we're going to take action. Look, the stuff that's going on in Sudan today, most people don't even have a clue about what's going on there. They're taking women and children, herding them together and selling them off into slavery right now. Just started a big thing last week, and thousands. And we won't stand by for it. We're going to take some kind of action behind the scenes, put an end to that bullshit. You got Venezuela. We're stopping the drugs. Drugs are coming into America, killing thousands and thousands every week. You don't have to, have people talk about you're going to have riots in the streets. I mean, we get thousands dead just by drugs directly.
Yeah, our youth is already gone. I mean, that's 130 to 150,000 a year, I've heard.
They aren't gone, but they're being weakened radically, and our future is being weakened. And by the way, it's not just America; it's all around the world, it's across the planet. So we're going to, Trump made a big deal out of the other day when he was talking to Xi over in Asia. What are you going to do to help us get the drug problem under control? And that was a core part of the conversation with Xi in Asia. We're getting ready. By the way, they do stuff on the numbers. Even the Trump team to own the numbers, they do stuff on the numbers. 11 is the number of discord, chaos, confusion. After Judas betrayed Christ and went and killed himself, hung himself, there was only 11 apostles left, and they were disarray. The devil had his confusion. Hell is a place where reason doesn't exist. Okay, chaos and confusion. 11. The First World War started with a vehicle that, when you decode the license plate, letters and numbers, it's 11. What day did they end the First World War? In the 11th month, on the 11th day, at the 11th hour. 11. It started and stopped on 11.
So, are you kind of hinting towards something coming 11/11?
Well, let's look 11/1, 1/11. 11/11. You're in the 11th month. Both sides want to own these numbers. It's just like 17, it's the number of victory. Both sides want to own the victory, so they both want to own that number. President Kennedy's gravesite, the sidewalk, spells out a big 17th letter, and to encircle and to cage in the energy, the power that he had in so many different areas, one of which was, by the way, the money with the silver certificates that Johnson shut down days after he got into office. One of the most critical things. Trump's fighting to bring back an honest constitutional dollar. That's why he put the security fencing around the White House and around the Treasury.
But all this is happening right now because he's getting ready, as you've said before, to declare a national emergency and to sign an EO that's going to lead us into civil unrest, most likely.
No more mail-in ballots. None.
Okay. Well,
extremely few in certain very extreme, well-documented cases where people are shut-ins for various health reasons, etc., and for military. Other than that, nothing. No drop boxes, no mail-in ballots, and clean out the voter rolls. You literally aren't going to be able to use the existing voter rolls. You got to start over because they can't be fixed.
But is that why the 500 troops are there in every state now? Is that why he's saying to get ahead of the ball here?
Yeah, that's a core position that can be built out. In some states, you've already got that in place, whether people realize that or not. But he's going to make it so that it's mandatory for every single state to have that as a starting position. It's going to move much quicker. What we're doing down in Venezuela, you had an aircraft carrier task force down there getting ready to do stuff. They've already been cleared for weapons hot. All you need is the right moment. They're going to go in and dismantle some of these military bases in Venezuela that Maduro is threatening us from. And, China, Russia, do they really want this fight? Trump is.
But Maduro's been asking Russia and China to help him, to assist him in this. Are they going to?
He's also been offering everything. Please don't come for me. I promise I'll work with you. Empty promises. We've been dealing with that for a long time. He's got a $50 million bounty. He has from the U.S., largest bounty in U.S. history, and an arrest warrant for funding terrorism, the drug cartel. We're not putting up with the bullshit anymore. Trump is done playing games with people on all these different issues. And that's what there's a certain point. Trump, people around him talk about this all the time, that he'll reach a certain point and then it's all done. No more talk. No more bullshit.
And it's go time. All right. So
yeah.
Pam Bondi has been targeted for a murder for hire plot. It's who's targeting her, Juan? Are these just cartels, or what's going on here? A lot of families right now are moving to military bases. You said on @Nino'sCorner.tv, this is going to be used for that, so that people. I guess the murder for hire was 40. Oh, it says 45,000.
Yeah, 45.
Yeah, 45,000 to
kill Pam Bondi. Of course, that's a trigger because now other people. We've been talking about this for months and months, that there's a security issue. But a number of the key agency heads and some of their staff are moving to military bases inside the wire, military terms, for protection and beyond the range of bad guys to get to them readily. So for their protection. Why? Because things are picking up. Is this something new? We didn't start the fire. Go look at the video. It's kind of amazing. I think about all the stuff I saw there in the video. I just looked at it again a few minutes ago, and all the things I remember from my life, and that's what we're living right now. It's like another round of the same thing.
It's getting hot, man. It's getting real hot. And I want to show this video, Juan. I had you look at it before. I guess this is, I can't remember. This looks like it's obviously a foreign video, but John Carmine, the United States Secret Service under Ford, sent this to me, under Carter and Ford sent this to me. He goes, tell him, you know what I'm thinking, right? And I said, yeah, exactly. So I'm going to play this for my audience and you, and let's just dissect it real quick, because to me, this says everything.
Okay.
I mean,
there's Oswald.
I mean, it's a lot of people. Is that Tyler Robinson? I mean, obviously they didn't get Tyler Robinson like that, but this just came out, and I'm looking at it going, wow, that says a lot. What do they know?
Well, they kill, the person that obviously was supposedly doing what was done there. So at the end of the day, I think it's provocative. Let me just say this. They always have to tell you what they're going to do before they do it. So you have the bad karmas on you if you don't respond and react to it. Look at what's going on. The Obamas were executive producers on this movie about Civil War in America.
Leave the world behind.
But then the other side of the coin is, look at what's going on at Netflix now. They have a movie about America going into a nuclear situation with a nuclear bomb going off.
House of Dynamite.
Yeah. And so are they trying to tell us something? There's all sorts of backstory on that movie, by the way. The book that it was actually based on and other things. So there's a little. I'll let somebody else tell that story in the public if the author wants to say what happened. But they had to have that movie out. A lot of it's not accurate. It's all a little drama in it, but it's good for Hollywood. But at the end of the day, they're trying to get you tuned up and ready that America could have to go to a full-on nuclear stance. Some of all fears. Would they have a bomb in a major city? Would it be a missile incoming, or would it be something that's planted? They were going to try and blame a nuclear device on a missile blowing up in Seattle, November 3rd, 2019. But it was actually going to be in one of the rail cars next to the stadium, the football stadium in Seattle. And they were going to try and blame it on North Korea. There's all sorts of chicanery going on, again, within the nuclear stuff. Trump just announced the other day that because of what China, India, Russia, everybody else is doing, he's directed that our military systems, our nuclear systems, be tested and resume testing, something that we had stopped all the way back in the 70s. And even into
where would they test these things? How do they test these things? I mean, do they detonate an entire nuke? I mean, what does it mean to test these things? I'm sure a lot of my audience is wondering too. Do they test portions of this bomb, or I mean, I'm right next to white sand. Should I be concerned? You know what I mean?
They wouldn't. Very likely they do an actual test. There, the only place that's certified for it is Mercury, Nevada. And but even then, if you were going to do a full operation of a nuclear device, you don't have enough personnel there yet. It takes a few years of preparation just for one detonation. And so, below ground, they would do it above ground. So, somebody mentioned the other day, and it's actually plausible, but not. They do it in space. Well, to get to space, you got to fire the thing through the atmosphere. We're not sending anything through the atmosphere like that. So,
you're breaking up.
Trump. The rhetoric is that we're going closer and closer to some kind of a nuclear event, confrontation, etc., as I've described previously.
So the weapon's hot. Strikes are about to begin. Everyone buckle up. Juan, thank you so much, folks. Go to 𝗬𝗏𝐶𝗂𝗃𝗏. We did about an hour podcast there. Thanks, Juanito.
Hey, sounds good, bro.